about homegrown terrorism, everybody's pretty much on the same page as far as the people you talk to on the streets and everybody except for the media in Washington. And what it is the fact that we don't know where it's coming from. Who's funding the people over there? It's probably some special forces sent in to escalate it. And the whole thing is just another Ponzi scam to keep us engaged in policing those people of their right to bear arms. No, a lot of people over there are doing some dirty stuff. We don't need to really take account of it, but we do need to stand with the people over there and give them guns. That way we don't have to police it. Give each citizen in the Middle East and overseas a gun, like each citizen almost has, well, we have the right, whether each one of you dummies got them or not, okay? I don't know why I don't do this just calmly, but anyhow, we got to follow the money. The money, they can keep us from being able to enter into politics through money, but they can't keep terrorists from being able to afford bombs. I can't hardly afford to go to work. Okay, it costs more to go to work than it does just to they're gonna sit here and die. Let's see. But the point being is, we're more worried about what the government's doing because the government's the only one that's got the whole picture. And as long as we got deals of trade and national debate and behind closed doors, oh, well, we can't openly trade on a table where the constituents can see and the citizens can see where to push their products and stuff, because if we let the market be a free market instead of a false economy, we're going to be in a world of hurt with this current system we got that don't work for nothing. Let's just terrorize the citizens a little bit and start some riots and insinuate some riots in Baltimore and shit. Well, anyhow, everything that terrorist is the media, microphone, whoever's got the microphone. With the way the government agencies terrorize the community citizens one at a time, homegrown terrorist is just a given in the day and the life of the United States citizen. My whole lifetime this far. The next one, extreme, with the heavy armed right-wing extreme movement in our nation, we need to be ready for widespread terrorism attacks. Every single one of us, even the deputies they send out here and the FBI agents, all the agencies, all of them, they all say the same thing. They want to keep their guns. They don't say they want to take my guns either. They say they'll kill people who try to take their guns. I've never said that. But through poverty, you've been trying to take my guns my whole life. Thank God I don't keep them here. Anyhow, what are they going to say? Oh, there's a plague. The media breeds it into us that the soldiers are supposed to react. If there's a plague, let us die in peace. Don't go around and try to kill us off. All right? If they coerce the general masses like they have with this Afghanistan, the only reason this stuff even exists over there and you got is they blew up them airplane towers. I don't know who did it. All I know is they had to do something, huh? That's kind of like any terrorists are just trying to get attention. But that's the wrong way to do it. Going around hurting fucking innocent people like a dumbass. Stand up, stand together, set your fucking gun down, and go take the fucking medias. Take the reporter stations. Take them back and put... Well, I want to use children to do the reporting for me. I want them to get up there at 15 years old with the camera up to Congressman. No, you don't have to wear body mics. You can wear my camera. I got a plan. And it doesn't consist of anything outside of the Constitution of the United States. Not 1 inch. It's just a simple tax on trade. No more property taxes. No more savings taxes. No more labor taxes. No more enslavement taxes. Okay? And then we have a simple order thing. No bureaucrats to stuff money in their pockets. You take in the trade tax over here. You eat a nice meal, you pay your taxes, you go out and you drive down a nice road out of that joint because you just paid for that road. Not the poor landowner over here or the local people buy gas in that town where it's so high. Okay? The tourists, they fill up, they come up, drive back down where the gas is cheap and go home. Happy as can be. Tourists, the locals, the landowners, and the real economy of any, even a tourist economy is based on 2 economies. The real local steady economy and then and as workers of that steady economy, we eat. And because it's easier than driving across town and it's just cheaper to get an all around better diet. To eat takeout or eat in a restaurant. It's just quicker. And more efficient and more cost efficient. But anyhow, we know where the terrorists come from. The terrorists come from people who are burdened by the United States government system. They try to breed terrorists here and there. They even try to breed them so bad that when they go wrong, they still follow through the steps like they did me. They tried to insinuate I was abusing my child in a daycare, saying I was choking him. Little kid. And then they hit my own son the same day they called him on me. They were trying to cover up the fact that they knocked his pee out of him on the side of his face. Okay. I mean, they opened the door on him. A social worker that already had custody of a child, like-minded child. Okay. Then that didn't work, and I went to Raising Cane because they didn't have a position available so I could go out here and be productive in the school system. They didn't have they know this kid is born in this area, but yet they don't have a seat facilitated for that child through the tax revenue system. Duh! Ought to be. They had 4 years to get. Oh, we didn't know we'd have so many kids. Oh, we didn't have no logistics. We're the government. It's like my doctor. I went into my doctor. My neck was tore up, and he gave me. I told him. I said, "Well, I don't remember. I remember I can't take anti-inflammatories. I can't take muscle relaxers. And I can't take nerve pills for this thing in my neck, doctor." Well, they don't. And he's like, "Well, they don't leave anything else, or anyhow." At the time, I was like, "Well, I don't need any dope for my neck. My neck's livable, but it's debilitating, but livable. A few days a week, or maybe a bad movement, and I might need something for that. But my knee, it's shot. Anyhow, they give me anti-inflammatories and that hurt. The point is, going their way hurt me. Doing their way fucking's killing me. Doing their way is not the right way because the right... don't forget they called in daggum black suits on me and tried to paint me as a terrorism attacker. The day that Watauga County's, all their schools were shut down. And then I had the cops knocking on my door because the superintendent said, well, I had a lot of trouble out of him trying to procure a seat for his child in preschool Go get him. No, they had so much problem out of me trying to procure a seat for my son in preschool. The even playing field that it is, that they painted me. The superintendent probably come up here and painted me a terrorist attacker. No, wait a minute. There's 4 or 5 teenagers in the vicinity that night with cell phones. Or probably more than I even know about, come think of it. And anyhow, the government is the main reason for the discontent, because they don't have a good system that gives us the proper benefits, proper securities, and a clean living environment which we can thrive. All we want is safe trade and transit. We want good food safely. We don't want to get salmonella poisoning every now and then. We want people to... We need safe trade and transit sales tax properly distributed into the retirement, transit, and general well-being. All of it. It's all there. I mean, not general well-being. Okay. Sales tax first has to pay for the utilities that enable them to get there. That is the roads. Don't think I don't know every inch of this, because I do, but it's all fantasy to me, so I can't really explain it all to you because the logistics are not available to me. But it's this simple stuff. You got to look at stuff simply. Then you got to stand back and study it. Yeah, that's the Kung Fu method. But anyhow, yes, we are tired of the United States government's terrorism. And all we want is respect and free liberties. We want to be able not to have somebody patent something that could feed the world and take it away from us like we all know they've done. We don't want to do that. I wouldn't starve anybody deliberately, but apparently whoever the fuck's got all the money up there is one of these motherfuckers that have a cruel dog on the chain starving it to death. Damn it to the dogs, they're so religious. That's what they're thinking. Damn it to the dogs. People need to understand the Bible and the Quran, both, or all of it. Unless you get anything before 1968, is bullshit. Go on back. Go way back. Go so far back, you need to get old books. You need to go to old libraries. Take your text. If you're going to be a religious person and you take a Bible that was printed in the 80s or the 70s, and you listen to these preachers up here that have been taught, don't believe there's no way forward for society. Don't believe we're just going to be all washed away in the end, because believe this, the Bible is for every generation to incur knowledge. You know how I know that? Because it's true. There is, I can't say that history is true past where I've been born. I really can't. We can't say it. The most substantial thing that we got's old footage. Have we gotten so modern you can't believe any of history, so therefore it can be rewritten? I don't know, but just believe that it's made for each generation. 2,000 years since Jesus Christ. Don't you think a revelation and the end has happened multiple times in lives? And just pray it don't end in. And matter of fact, that's our duty, is to work as hard as we can to survive. If you ain't trying to survive like I'm trying to survive talking to you right now, we are not the same.